Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be all about Shein, or rather SHEGLAM's best products. So I think I might actually end up making this a series eventually, sort of just like picking a brand that I have a lot of products of or that I use often, and sort of just share with you guys what I think the top of the line is, or what are products that I'm always using and that you should definitely check out. So we'll sort of just like kick things off with Shein, or rather SHEGLAM, which is the makeup line to Shein. If you don't know, Shein is pretty much like an online shopping store that's super affordable and definitely fast fashion and always has trendy pieces and things like that. But just keep in mind, most times you get what you pay for. Prices are super low, and sometimes quality can be as well. So pretty much have to just really dig for those hidden treasures. And so when Shein came out with SHEGLAM, which was maybe a few months ago, I don't think it's hit the year mark, but I'm not entirely sure, I was just like, I'm here for it. I want to try it. I'm always on the hunt for sort of just like drugstore or more affordable makeup to just be able to incorporate into my collection. And so I pretty much bought like a lot of Shein's makeup over the courses of the last few months, and I must say I've been able to sort of just like test things and try things and see which ones work, which ones are just gimmicky or just not worth it, even if it is $2 or $3, and which ones are just like hidden gems. Because let me tell you, some of these products, I'm just like, wow, like you guys nailed it. So I'll be going through some products that I think you absolutely need to get your hands on. None of these are over $10. If anything, definitely under 15. So I'll definitely be linking everything below. So if you would like to see what products I'm going to talk about and which ones I definitely recommend you should check out, well then just keep on watching. So for starters, I just want to let you guys know that the majority of these products is for complexion, meaning for the face, which can be blush, bronzer, contour, or highlight. I feel like SHEGLAM nails it in this area. So I'm so excited to share these products with you. Let's just dive in. The category that I have the most products in, that I am absolutely obsessed with, is definitely blush. Blush, I feel like, is definitely made a comeback within the last year, especially now within the spring and summertime. It's just such a beautiful, like, it's just so beautiful to be able to put it on, to look just flushed and just healthy. I feel like blush really does just bring back some color into your skin, and it's just so beautiful. So my preference of choice is matte blushes. I have been dabbling with others, but that is the first category that we will go into, and we have these 4 colors. I do believe they have more, but these are the 4 that I have. Honestly, I might have one more in my collection, but I just want to show you guys these. And these are just so beautiful. These are called lightweight matte blushes, and this is just the shade range of what I have gone for. This one is definitely more like a bronzy blush, and it's just, I love the pattern. It comes with a mirror. The packaging is just, I'm telling you, like, it's just insane that they like are able to do this for under $10. It's incredible. We also have this like really pale pink, and let me just give you guys the names just in case you guys like it and you would want to buy. This one is Blissful. This one is High and Dry. This one is called Good Vibes, and this is like my go-to color. I'm obsessed with this like neutral peachy tone in pretty much, honestly, any brand or any formula. I absolutely love that. And then we have this really beautiful rich color called Scrolling. I think this would look so pretty on deeper skin tones, and this one on lighter skin tones. Granted, you can use any color, any skin tone, but I like that they have like that array, that it's not just some blushes for some skin tones. I think that's amazing. And they honestly just feel so nice. I'm just gonna swatch them on my finger. Like they feel so nice, and they apply so nicely on the face. So I absolutely love it. I think this is one of the first blush formulas that I tried, and once Once I tried it, I was just like, oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. Let me see if I can just, it's not really gonna show up that much, but I just want you guys to be able to see a little bit in that. So that's how they go, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. I do have blush on right now, but not of that one, of a different one, and I'll show you guys that one in a few. But I just love this formula. So definitely check these out if you are a matte blush powder type of girl. So good. It does not look dry on the skin. When I tell you I'm obsessed, So moving on, we're staying in the same powder formula, but we're moving into a more Shein blush. Now, I'm not really crazy about sheeny blushes just because I don't like glittery blushes, and I feel like there's always glitter in Shein blushes, right? But when I tried this formula, I was just like, oh my goodness, I actually like genuinely really like this. So I have these two colors in the metallic glow blush. I have Hold On and I have Gravity, and I stuck to more neutral colors just because I didn't want the sheen to be too crazy, but I absolutely love it. And I feel like it's one of those blush formulas that you can definitely wear and you don't need to wear highlight. It's sort of similar to Milani's Luminoso, especially this color, where you get that nice sheen on the skin, but it's not like too like, oh my god, it's like a highlight. I mean, you can wear it as a highlight, but it just looks super healthy, really nice on the skin. And I actually like, I really genuinely fell in love with that. I like to go in with my matte bronzers first, and then I'll like put that and top it off. Or sometimes honestly, I'll just put just that, and I'm like, wow, Franny, look at you. Look at you wearing Shein blush. So I'm obsessed with that. Now we're gonna move on to a more moussey formula, if you will. And this is more of their newer releases. And once I saw it, I was just like, once again, I am obsessed. And they are these blushes. I love the clear containers. It's so cute. And it's like this moussey formula. So if you like, you can indent your finger in it because it's literally like a mousse. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop Super Shock. You can see that like my print is in there. So it's sort of just like creamy, but not necessarily a full-on cream. So we have this color in Rose Before Bros. That is such a cute name. And we also have this color in Bellini. And this is actually the one that I have on my cheeks right now. And when I tell you guys, obsessed again, honestly, if you count how many times I'll probably say obsessed in this video, if I can get $1 for every time that I mention obsessed, probably be rich by the end of it. But I genuinely, truly am like so in love with these products. I'm just like, wow, once again, a product that was completely nailed. I don't think they have that many blush color options, which I'm hoping they come out with more because I'm definitely grabbing those. I think this formula would be great if you have dry skin, but you still want to be able to put blush on, but you don't want powder. This moussey texture is so nice, and I think it's a great sort of hybrid between powder and cream. Moving on, we're gonna kind of go more into like liquid and cream, and here we have this cream to powder blush. Now this was very intriguing and very interesting, so I was just like, okay, let's try it out. And I got two, and I must say the one that I like the most and the one that I would recommend is this specific color, and it's called Permanent Vacation. This is what it looks like, and then I'm just gonna, hold on, sorry, I can't really see it. I'm just gonna kind of blend that out on it, and it just blends so nicely. It looks so beautiful on the skin. Like it's just so pretty. I'm just like, let me just add some here because why not, right? It just looks so beautiful on the skin. And the reason why I'm gonna say I'm just recommending Permanent Vacation, I think it was, yeah, Permanent Vacation, because I bought another one and I did not like it, so I took it out of my collection. But that one had glitter specks in it, and I did not want glitter specks in them, so I took that one out. This one, however, is completely matte to the point where it's just like there's nothing else in it. It's not shimmery, it's not glittery, so I absolutely love that, and I love this specific one. I do think they have other colors, so just I don't think they specify on which ones have glitters and which ones don't. So from personal experience of purchasing, I know for sure that Permanent Vacation does not. So this is the one that I would recommend. And by the way, if you like glitter in your blush, by all means, go for it and check out their other ones. Speaking of, if you like or don't mind glitter in your blush, they have these liquid blushes, and I'm so like sad because they're so good, but I don't like that they have glitter. Honestly, sometimes I'm just like, whatever, I'll make it work, which is why I have it here in this video, because I really do feel like they're so great, but I feel like it's more for those of you that wouldn't mind the glitter. Sometimes I mind it, sometimes I don't, so that's literally why I'm just like, all right, we'll see how I'm feeling that day. But I love, absolutely just love the colors. They're very pigmented and they blend out so nicely. I just swatch them in the back of my hand so that you can see them. And this one is in the color Torrid, and this one is in the color Dolce Vita. Once again, the colors are so beautiful. They blend out so nicely on the face. The only thing that I am just like, fair warning, let me let you know so that you don't buy it and then you see glitter all over your face and just be like, what is this? Because that's literally what I did. But honestly, for the colors and for the formula, I don't mind it necessarily. I'm just like, Franny, just don't look at the glitter. So fair warning to you, if you don't like glitter, don't even look at these. If you don't mind it, definitely check these out because they are so good. If they could come out with these with no glitter, this would be the perfect liquid blush because it's not too pigmented where it's just like, oh my God, I have a dot of blush all over my face, and it's also not sheen to the point where it's just like, where is it? Because I don't see it. It's just, they're really pretty. The only downside is glitter, glitter, glitter. So that's pretty much it for blush. Moving on, we are going to go into highlight. I'll start off with the Cosmic Crystal Mousse Highlight because they're very similar to the blushes that I showed earlier. They come in these clear containers as well, which looks so cute, and they kind of give me like KKW Beauty vibes, but I love it because you can just see the color off the bat. And this is what they look like. I have a more goldy tone one, which is called Moonbean, and I have this one called Pinky Promise. And once again, it's just that moussey feel, and they are like wet looking, and I'm absolutely obsessed with that. That's literally my vibe right now. Obsessed. So let me just like swipe that for you guys. Like, when I tell you this is their best highlight formula of all the products that they have, this is it. This is it. And I think it's like $6. Definitely no more than 10 for sure. I love this formula. So if they put out more colors, guess who's buying it? Me. So moving on, I would say the next one is powder highlights. So they have several powder highlights, and once again we have this really beautiful geometric triangle pattern in the middle, which I'm obsessed with. Just makes it look more luxurious. And this is their metallic glow highlighter in the color Solo, and I've been using this one a lot too. Once again, that really nice wet metallic look. Obsessed. Like, how good is that? They're really just like, I'm telling you, they nailed it when it comes to their blushes, and their highlights is just like chef's kiss. Whoever is working in those labs to create it, they need a raise. They need a raise. And so the last thing that we have here too is just gonna be a highlighting palette. So I have the Dune 3D Pro Face Palette, and this one is a quad, which comes with 4 different highlights and 1 sort of just like contour powder. So this one is a powder, and we have 2 powder highlights and 1 cream. And once again, it's that really nice formula that just looks so beautiful on the skin. This color is a little red for me. It picks up a little more brown on the screen, but it's still such a beautiful color. I love it so much. And once again, the highlights work. Like, they work and they do not disappoint. Like, look at that. We're gonna go into contour / bronzer. So here we have the Stereo Face 6 French Girl She Glam palette. And this one is so pretty, and it was very intriguing because when I was reading the description and sort of seeing it, they have like contour colors, a little bit of a bronzer color that you can use. And they also had this pink, which can be used as blush, and also this for under the eye, and also this yellow cream to sort of just like color correct. So they really thought of it all when it comes to specifically cream products. I feel like cream products are definitely all the rage right now. Everyone wants cream powders, and this palette is just so flattering, and it has a lot of products that you would typically need to complete a full face, where here we have like blush, bronzer, contour, and even concealer color. So overall, I feel like it's such a good product for such an affordable price, especially if you're starting to dabble in cream products and you kind of don't necessarily like know where to begin. Palettes like this are so good because you can definitely try and test things out and you're not breaking the bank. Another face palette that I want to show is a powdered one, and this one is called the Mystique Contouring Palette 502 Nude. And this one definitely reminds me of the Anastasia contour palettes, which were like all the rage years ago, and I absolutely love it. We have this like grayish color to really be able to contour. I'm obsessed with this color for bronzer. I think it's so good. I think this is the color that I use most. And the powders are really good. Like, you know, they show up, they're not patchy. Like, I'm telling you, it's just, it's insane to me just how nice and matte and blendable they are. They really are very blendable and very smooth. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Next up, within contour and bronzer, we have some cream, or rather stick products. And these, oh my goodness, so good. These are their bronzer and contour sticks. This is in the color Mocha, and I'm just gonna swatch it right here so you guys can see. Look at how nice and smooth that is. I like to use this color for bronzing, and then I like to use this color Espresso, which I'll also show you guys right here, to contour. So as you can see, let me just close this. As you can see, we have a more warm on top, and then we have a cooler, which usually is good for contour, and this for bronzing. So good. I like to use those products when I want to just add an additional base for bronzer and contour, so that way when I go with powder, I can just set that, and that way my contour and bronzer will not move all day. And I must say, those products do not disappoint. They come with these little brushes on the other side. I don't use that. I have my own brushes, but so good, and the color is just perfection for me. The last one that we have here is this Color and Sculpt stick, and this has one side highlight and one side contour or bronzer, and this is it swatched, and it is just so beautiful. Once again, so creamy, not patchy. The color is just A1. Like, it is so good. And I love when products come with like 2-in-1, because it cuts down on having to, let's say if you're traveling, you don't have to necessarily take 2 items. Now you have 1. And when you're doing your routine, you have 2 products right there. So I absolutely love that. I think that it's so good. Definitely check out their stick products, because they are so good, and that formula is just honestly divine. So we're all done with complexion. Quickly, I just want to be able to show you guys 2 sort of just like random items that I'm obsessed with. And the first one is going to be this eyeliner. I'll definitely be linking everything down below for you guys, just in case I don't get to say the name right now. But what is so intriguing about this eyeliner that I'm obsessed with is that it has this wing shape that helps you if you suck at doing wings, or if you just want them to look similar. Like, I don't know about you, but there's nothing worse than like having one really nice wing and then the other one is just like it's just off to the side and they never match. This is just so good. So you basically just kind of like stamp it, and it literally has a perfect little end. And then on the other side, it has your typical liner where you can just go in and then connect the rest of it and sort of just like adjust it to your eye. The formula is so good. It's like black. It's very black, and it dries down matte, which is one of my favorite formulas. So I would definitely recommend this if you like to do wing liner, but you suck at it, or you just want some help. Like, there's no shame in that. Definitely check out that item. Another item that I've been loving, and I literally have like 5 because I bought them for backup, is the SHEGLAM Skinny Brow Pencil. I have really fine eyebrow hairs. So when I use a thick brown pencil, sometimes it can just look too much for my brows. So I've been really on the hunt for just like micro pencil or like really skinny and thin pencils. And so when I saw this, I was just like, okay, let's try this out. I think it was like $2 or $3 max. So I'm like, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, whatever. But when I tell you guys that I love it, like I love it. The pencil itself is so thin, so you can literally create like the thinnest lines ever. And it is just so great. Like, look at that. They have multiple colors, and like I said, it's under $3. It comes with a spoolie on the other side, which is amazing. I absolutely love that because spoolie is so important, especially when I'm filling in, just to make sure that everything is sort of just like blended and nothing is looking too harsh. So I would definitely check these out if you are a brow pencil lover. So now we are sort of coming to an end. Let us go into the lip category. They have tons of lipsticks, and I ordered quite a few. Some of them were misses for me, but these are some that I think are just like A1, look luxurious, feel good on the lips, or are good colors. So we can start with the one that I have on my lips right now because I absolutely just love this color, and that is going to be this lipstick called Heartbeat. Like I said, I don't necessarily have the full name of all the products right now, but I will be linking everything down below. But I'm definitely just gonna give you guys the name so you know what to look down below. This is once again in the color Heartbeat, and that is the shade I have on right now, and I absolutely just love it. It is such a beautiful neutral brown. It looks so pretty, but just note that this does have little glitter spectacles, which at first I thought like, oh, I'm not gonna like this. Like, why do they put glitter in everything, or rather like shimmer? But the glitter is so finely milled and it's gold that it actually doesn't bother me, and you can't really see it that much. It kind of just, if anything, gives your lips sort of like a healthy glow. So it's a good take on matte lipstick, but still looking like a little sheen or like a little glow. So I really do like that. So I'm just gonna swatch that for you guys so you can see. Look at how beautiful that color looks, and it is pigmented. Like, let's just do one swipe. Like, honey, they were not playing with this pigment. Another color that I really love for when I want to wear a red is this color called Prophecy, and this is a bright red, and she is beautiful. I can definitely see myself wearing that in the holiday season because wow, who doesn't love a nice red? So this is really beautiful. Next up, we have this velvet lipstick in the color Cinnamon, and this packaging is really nice, very sleek, very chic, and definitely heavy. It has some weight to it, so it's not like a cheap plastic. Absolutely love that. We'll open it, and this is the color. This is what she looks like. I'm just gonna swatch that on my hand. Definitely a little more neutral and pink than the one above, but still such a beautiful color. This color does not have any glitter specks in it, and it definitely lives up to its name of being a velvet lipstick. So it's definitely still matte, but not drying to the lips. Super comfortable to wear, love it. And they definitely have a lot of other colors in it, so check it out. That is just the color that I picked and that I like. The last lipstick that I'll be talking about is this one right here called CHIC. And once again, the packaging is just like A1. Like, this looks luxurious. I look at the packaging and I think like Pat McGrath, or like just a super luxury brand that you would see in Sephora. So I'm just like really impressed. Once again, heavy packaging, does not feel cheap. So I don't know how they do it over there to make this so affordable, but I am here for it. So once again, like I said, I have this color, which is CHIC, and this is a pretty much just like a pale nude. I noticed that a lot of the nude lipsticks that I had were darker than my lip color, and that's how I prefer them, just because I like to add some color in it. But when I have lip liners and I need a lighter color to just put in the center, actually I can even put that here. Let me just show you guys. Just like in the center to bring some lightness, and then just blend it out. And it just makes such a difference on your lips because it just brings some definition, and it's kind of like a way to be able to like contour and highlight on your lips and be able to give that full nice look to it. So this is the color swatch. Like I said, it's a very pale color, and that is the purpose of why I purchased it, because I wanted that. And I must say, from all the lipsticks that I have here, it is literally one of my most used lipsticks because, like I said, most of my lip products are a lot darker, so I'm always looking for that color to be able to lighten it up, and this is my go-to. The formula is really great. I would definitely say it's like a velvety finish. There's no glitter specks in it, which thank the good Lord. The color is just beautiful. The formula is really good. So I would definitely recommend, if you are a lipstick, like an actual like lipstick, not liquid lipstick lover, and you're looking for a neutral, like a neutral nude to be able to just have to either pair alone or with other items in your makeup collection. Okay, so the last and final category that I have to talk about, like I can't not talk about it because they come out with practically a new eyeshadow palette all the time, giving me ColourPop vibes, is definitely their eyeshadows. Now, I feel like, first of all, I went on a whole SHEGLAM eyeshadow shopping spree. When I tell you that I purchased probably like 90% of their palettes, I'm not kidding. I literally have the majority of their palettes. Now they're coming out with a lot more. I kind of stopped purchasing more just because I was just like, I want to get a feel for these. Do I use them? I would say I purchased them maybe like a month or two ago. I can do a whole dedicated video on like all of the SHEGLAM palettes that I have because I know that you can't return. So once you buy them, they're yours. So I can definitely like go through a detailed like description and show each of you guys all of them. We can do like some swatches and things like that. So let me know down below if that's something that you would like to see. I would have no problem doing that. But while purchasing all these products and sort of just like playing around with them and seeing like, hey, which are the palettes that I actually go more towards, which ones are actually like worth purchasing, even if it's $6, would I repurchase this? How often do I use it? Things like that. So the number one palette that I use the absolute most is definitely the Aftermath palette. And I've spoke about this before, and I just think it is such a beautiful palette. It has neutrals, which I think are just essential, obviously, and it has these really beautiful moussey shimmers that honestly are just mind-blowing to me. So this is just some of the swatches from this palette. Now, this was the first palette that I bought, and so once I swatched these, for the majority of the metallics here, the shimmers here, they're very nice and pigmented. So I was under the impression that they would all sort of be like this moussey feel. And so with all the other palettes that came in, I noticed that some had that like moussey Super Shock ColourPop formula and others didn't. So I naturally gravitate more towards those that do have that moussey feel because I just love that. It gives more of like a wet look. But this is definitely like one of my go-to palettes. I am obsessed with it. I love this like blue over here. The only color that I feel like I don't really necessarily use that much is this, and just because that's me, like I don't use that color. But the mattes are really good. Hold on, because the mattes blend nice together. You can see it right there, like they're not patchy in this palette. I have tried some of the other palettes, and of course there's some pastels, there's some really bright and colorful palettes, which can definitely come across a bit more patchy, and you kind of have to put in more work or not as pigmented. So I would definitely say they kind of vary by palette, but this one I feel like overall from all the ones that I have, this is the best one. So if I were to suggest a palette to you, it would definitely be this one. They also have like tons of other options, so I just wanted to show them to you guys. They have 12 pan eyeshadow palettes with a ton of different like color arrangements and things like that. So like I said, once again, this one is not that Super Shock formula, but it's still so beautiful. And so I think it's just some palettes can be hit or miss. So I can definitely, when I do that other video, I can sort of just like pinpoint and see which ones I would say are more or less like I would buy, I wouldn't buy. But I think that they're super affordable. I think that they are great if you're starting out with makeup, or if you want like trendy colors, sort of just like these pastel and things like that, where you're not trying to break the bank and get a palette that you're not necessarily like gonna use that much. Like how often are you gonna use these pastel bright colors like all the time, right? So why buy, let's say, this same color story for $30-40 when you can get it for $6. So I think that that's when I would definitely like recommend it, or say that these are great eyeshadow palettes for that. So I would definitely recommend checking out those eyeshadow palettes if, like I said, that is something that you're looking for. I would not say they're the absolute best eyeshadow palettes that I've ever tried, but they're definitely not the worst. And for the price, they're pretty darn good. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you were on the fence on what to get from SHEGLAM and what to try out, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.